Coppinger's going to take it right foot to Coppin. Oh! Doncaster Rovers have done it!
I tell you something now. Any player that didn't show enough today, rip up their contract. Send them back to their parent club. Send them off on a free. Do anything you can. Because this squad is not good enough to stay up. That result gives me no hope for the rest of this season. No hope. We've got Fleetwood on Saturday. If some of them that were involved in the collapse of the second half play on Saturday or start on Saturday, then my God, we could get battered. And then who's after Fleetwood? Oh, yeah. From the 15th of January to the 22nd of flipping February, we've got 8 games. We've got multiple games, nearly in double digits, against top 8 teams, plus Ipswich, including the top 4. That right there, on this form, screams relegation before March. I tell you what, it would be the earliest relegation in the club's history and the earliest relegation in football history. Do I have any confidence of staying up after that? No! No! We're all going on a League 2 tour, a League 2 tour, a League 2 tour. We're going down, going up again, going down, going up again. That is what is going to happen. If we don't bring in the right signings in January, and if the board don't back the manager in January the way they should, then we are down. Down, down, down. Baby, are you down, 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 down? It's that song. It's that song. We are down. Baby, we're down. It's that serious. And I saw a banner at the stadium today. Support the team, not the regime. Fans have had enough. Fans have had enough. Whether I agree with the banner or not, they've had enough. And they're entitled to their own opinion. It's that simple. You can see the team ratings next to me. Some of them are generous. Some of them are deserved. The substitutes, Ravenhill gets a 4. Inexperienced, was thrown in there today in the second half. And Chakura and Dadu get 0. 0. Because they were both not good enough. Chakura, no offence to the lad, but he should be sent back to Watford tonight. And Joe Dadu should have his contract ripped up. Sorry, end of. Joe Dadu does not fit our system. He could be a great player elsewhere. But at Rovers, I don't see it. I really don't see it. Unless I'm proven wrong, I don't see it. And then you look at the other ratings today. Jones, 3. The goals weren't his fault, but I don't know why he was getting abuse. But when you concede 4 goals, even if it's not your fault, you still get a low score. You know, no one gets above a 5 today, but Jones gets a 3. Just a couple of little things here and there, a couple of ropey moments, but I thought his communication was well today, and I thought that the goals weren't his fault, so you can't really blame Jones for that. And the guy that gave abuse to Lewis Jones, you should be walking out ashamed of yourself. You got kicked out, and good for good reason. Well done. Good for kicking him out. Noel, 4. Alowu, 5. Rowe, 5. I think Alowu was probably our best player today, or one of our better players. Horton, 5, and the 5 is only just because of the assists on the goals that we scored, or 2 of the goals that we scored. Galbraith, 5. Thought you had a little something about him, especially in that first half. Dan Gardner, 6. Was brilliant today. He's the only... Him and Barlow are the only players that are going to get higher than a 5 today. So Gardner, 6. Barlow, 6. Barlow was brilliant today in that first half before he had to come off with injury. Gardner gets a 6 before we had to come off for the second half. He was brilliant. Hawula, 2. And Bogle, 5. Simple as that, really. We got Fleetwood on Saturday. Good luck. I just don't know what kind of hope we've got going into that game. I really, really don't. We can sit back all we want and say, you know, if we bring in the right signings, then we'll have a chance of staying up. But everything at the moment just deflates me. And you know what this loss is going to do? It's just going to divide the opinions of fans even more. It's going to divide the fan base even more. Board in, board out, Baldwin in, Baldwin out, etc. It's going to divide the opinions on the club as fans. It divides the optimistic versus pessimistic debate even further. And it just makes everything a lot more toxic. And the players just didn't show enough today. On that performance alone, Ripple Puula's contract and Dadu sent Jakir back to Watford. And Omar Bogle today, I felt so sorry for him because he was brilliant today. He had something about him today. He looked like a presence up front. Yes, he didn't get a goal, but he had plenty of chances. And Omar Bogle, for me, I hope it's not as serious as it looks, because Omar Bogle, I felt so glad when he was in. Not glad. I felt so sad when he was injured. And he kissed the badge and he was walking past. And you know what? That's someone who fights for the bloody badge on this football club. Someone who kisses the badge when they have to be forced off with injury and walk round the fans. That's someone who cares for the club. Not someone who can be half-arsed and give nothing in 45 minutes. And for some players, half-arsed for a whole season. That's players who don't care. That's players that are in it for a wage check. That's the players we were trying to avoid in this transfer window. It's shocking. It's shocking. And people might come on and say, well, I think your words are too strong. I've had enough now. I've had enough. I don't want to see this club get relegated. No chance. When you make me angry, I make you angry back. And when I say to you that some of these players are not good enough, you might think it's harsh. I don't think it is. Some of these players are not good enough. End of story. And most of the good ones, or the decent ones, are injured. Tom Anderson came out today with a boot on his foot. He isn't coming back in January. We might be lucky if he comes back for the last 10 flaming games of the season, like Okunabiri. There might be another delay on that, to be honest. I won't be surprised if there's another delay on Okunabiri. I won't be surprised if he missed the whole season and left on a free. It's shocking. It's shocking. And might I remind you, Bristol Rovers finished bottom of League One. They had 22 points from 22, I think it was, or around this time last season. We've got 16 points. We are 6 points behind Bristol Rovers where they were at this time last season, and they finished bottom. We is going down, ladies and gentlemen, and we may not even be going down without a fight. Now, yeah, guys, thank you very, very much for watching this review. Sorry it's not positive, but what do you want? Do you want me to come on here and say, well, we lost 4-3, but the first half was great, so I'm just going to ignore the second half, focus on the first half, and take that into Fleetwood? Are you kidding? Even I'm not that deluded. First half was fantastic. Second half gives me no confidence on Saturday. No confidence. That's not me being negative. That's me being realistic. And the board, message for the board. Don't you dare delay transfers until mid-January. Don't you dare not sign anyone or help to sign anyone before Saturday's game against Fleetwood, because we need transfers in now. Don't wait until the last day. Don't wait until mid-January. Don't wait until the last week. Don't wait until after the Fleetwood game. Bring them in now. If you've got verbal agreements in place with your top targets, bring them in. If you've got deals in place for targets you are after the most in different positions, bring them in. Convince a deal with the clubs. If you've got a loanee that's good, convince the parent club or the club they're loaned at currently until a certain day in January. Convince them to give us them now. Because we need them now. And if we don't get them now, we will be down. It's as easy as ABC, as the great MJ once sang. But there we are, guys. Thank you very, very much for this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I am Rovers, Forever Football, DRFC. Keep living the Rovers life. And that, my friends, full-time Roverside dive. Thank you very, very much. Today was a complete and utter surrender. It was like Les Miserables.